What's the most ridiculous parking dispute you've had with a stranger? I live in a massive apartment complex, close to 900 units spread out across several huge U-shaped sections. Most of the parking is first come, first served, which means if you work late or keep odd hours, you're parking near the mailboxes and walking almost half a mile to your building. Because I work a split shift, half my week ending at midnight, half starting before sunrise, I didn't want to deal with that distance. So when I moved in, my roommate and I paid for 2 assigned parking spots. For nearly 3 years, everything went smoothly. Then the pandemic hit and our routines shifted. I got promoted and received a company vehicle, a large SUV that takes up more physical space than any normal car. Around the same time, my roommate changed jobs and also received a company vehicle. Suddenly, we had more cars than before and needed more reserved spaces. By pure luck, the 2 spots right next to our existing ones opened up and we immediately rented them. 4 cars, 4 paid spots. No one else should have parked in them. The apartments require residents to provide plate numbers and registration for any car assigned to a reserved spot. If someone other than the registered driver is using your spot, you must authorize it. Maintenance workers do random checks and the on-site police officer is known for tagging unauthorized vehicles. Residents can call a dedicated number to report a car and management will send the tow truck. 1 week, all the circumstances lined up in the worst possible way. My roommate left town with her company car, leaving her personal vehicle in the shop. Then someone attempted to break into my car, so I had to take it in as well. That left only our company vehicles at home. Since my SUV is so large, I usually park it parallel across 2 of our spots when the others are unused. It fits better that way, and we fully pay for the space. One night, I came home late from work, parked my SUV across 2 of the spots, and went straight to sleep. The next morning, while walking my dog, I saw a bright sticker slapped across my window telling me to stop taking up 2 spaces, and in one of our other spots sat a car I didn't recognize. I didn't get upset. Mistakes happen. Some residents don't pay attention to the numbered signs. I wrote a polite note explaining the spot was reserved, gave the spot numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10, and asked them not to park there again. I left for work. When I came home that night, the same car was back in spot 7. I left another note, still calm but firmer, and let them know that the next time it happened, I'd have the apartment tow it. The following day, I came home and couldn't believe what I was seeing. The same car was now parked parallel across spots 8 and 9, exactly how I usually parked, except they didn't pay for these spots and had lined up so close to the concrete curb that their bumper nearly touched it. This wasn't confusion. This was deliberate. I parked my SUV as close to theirs as possible on my side. I don't need access to my passenger door, so squeezing in didn't bother me. I knew it would make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for them to pull out without me moving first. The next day was my day off, and I was expecting a call from the auto shop to pick up my repaired car. Around lunchtime, I looked outside. The same car still sat across my spots. I left another note, moved my SUV over 1 spot so they'd have an escape route, and left the complex to run errands. When I came home late that evening, car was still sitting there. But this time, my note had been shredded and tossed onto the ground, and a letter had been placed on my SUV telling me off, claiming I didn't deserve the spots I paid rent for. That was the moment I realized politeness was wasted. I parked my personal car where my work SUV had been earlier, placing it right next to theirs again, leaving them no room to maneuver. I set up an old trail camera on the utility pole nearby, not to provoke them, but in case they damaged anything out of frustration. Then I simply didn't move my car for the next 3 days. I still had 4 days before my roommate returned, so I had time to let the situation resolve itself. On the 3rd day, I noticed a tow truck pull into the lot. The person must have tried to get my car towed. The driver inspected the numbered signs, checked the registered plates list, and quietly drove away. On the 4th day, I called the apartment office. I listed the spot numbers, confirmed the vehicle wasn't registered, and asked them to remove it. They sent their approved towing service, and not long after, car was gone. I don't know how long the owner had to wait for transportation, or if they learned anything from the experience, but I do know one thing. Their car has never returned to any of my spots again. Not once. Today, all 4 spots remain exactly as they should be, occupied only when our legally registered vehicles are parked there. Peace has returned to the parking lot.